fucking My Hero Academia. I almost said Dr. Stone.
My hero is back again.
Yo, he's dead. Or is he? Thurman.
He's.
You told
we'll
me
see.
you don't. Yeah, are you not buying it?
I mean, I want to wait. I want to wait because there's too many. There's too many
There's too many variables.
times. Too many variables, right?
No, see, I feel you.
I didn't see a body or
Exactly.
something. I need confirmation, bro. Like as manga fans, we should already know.
Yeah.
How it be sometimes. Manga be faking us out.
So I was having a conversation with Steel Ram, one of our prominent fans on Twitter, and he got like insulted that I would even. Did you see what he said? He was like, "Bro, how could you say that he's not dead? That'd be like reading the Ace death chapter and asking if he was dead." And I was like, "No, not really, though. Actually, it's like Ace literally got fisted through the heart. Like we don't see his body. Like that's the main thing for me."
I'm gonna be real. Like we need to understand that when it comes to stuff like this, we need more. Like you can't just we can't just judge it based off of one chapter because this is a common trope with art writers. They do this to make us be like, oh my god, like what Hirokoshi's doing. He got you guys right in the palm of his hands. It's like, oh my god, Twice is dead. Twice is dead. Oh my god. And the next chapter, we're like, oh no, he's fine.
So
he's fine.
Here's a question. Just to play devil's advocate, I'm going to tell you the argument he made to me was, but Horikoshi doesn't have a history of doing that. Like does he do fake out deaths often? And it's true. I can't really think of many instances where he's done that.
I mean, from I recall, probably not. But
I want to believe he's dead. I'm pretty like if I was to percentage it, I could go 90% sure he's probably dead. It feels like this would be the time to do it, but it is strange that like to me, if you really wanted to hammer it home, he's dead. You would have like shown his body like falling because he says he hit the concrete. Like it looks like he got stabbed by Hawks and then he fell off that ledge and then like just hit the concrete. Right? You could have shown that shit. Just like his body drop and like we saw that. Remember the reporter chick, that Toga turned into Uraka and used her quirk temporarily and killed her like that. And remember you were salty because you thought she was gonna be like top tier.
Yeah.
So, like, remember, that's what Horikoshi does when he wants you to know someone's fucking dead immediately, right? It was like, splat, and there was like a visible, like, splat sound effect. Like, this just seems a little strange. Like, and I understand maybe he wanted to make it like a surprise because then you obviously, you cut from there, then you see his clone, you think, oh, he's all right, and then he's not. To me, I guess it's just, if you wanted me to know, like, yes, he's dead, there's no question about it. It should have been more of like unless if you want to start out next chapter with his fucking splatted body on the ground and then just put that fucking question to rest, great. But I think to like in Bleach, when Yamamoto died, there was no bullshittery. The man got cut in half completely, and like his top half fell from his bottom half, and like that's how you. Oh, and then after he got cut in half, he got like eviscerated with like a fire keto, like until he was just ash. Like that's how you know a motherfucker's dead, right? So like I'm just a little sus because I read it, and my first instinct was like, oh, that was really sad, and like that was a cool moment because the moment was amazing, like with the clone and all that shit, and we'll get to that in a second. But like, it actually took my brain a second to connect and be like, wait a minute, is he dead? and if you want to write an impactful death, it should just be like, boom, he's dead. There's no question about it,
I mean, yeah, I agree with everything you just said because it makes a lot of sense because here's the thing, right? Hirokoshi, it's so fucking weird, bro. Like because I technically we're getting what we wanted. This in death. I didn't honestly. Yeah. I'm shocked at the first death on League of Villains side. That shocked me. I wasn't expecting that. Like it's definitely out of the ordinary. Like I was expecting Twice to die. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Right. So but it makes sense though, right? Because can we keep in mind that Hawks was gunning for this man? Like Hawks is
and
like,
keep in mind as well,
just
to add something onto here. Remember how dangerous Twice is. Like they have talked about how like with his quirk fully active and like him fully under control with it, he could take down like entire armies and cities by himself. Like his quirk's crazy. He alone could turn this battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like keep in mind that Hawks was gunning. Like Hawks was like, "You ain't getting away." Like every time he tried to fight, every time Dobby was
No,
like, "Oh, it's my turn," he was like, "Where the fuck you think you're going?" Like, oh
and you
shit.
gotta respect the hustle on Hawks.
Hawks was bloodlusted, bro. Hawks was like before like Hawks is like before I die, I'm gunning for you. Like you're not getting
But you
away.
understand why, right? Like I see you trolling and memeing. He's not just a douche. Like Twice is dangerous, bro. Twice is
Bro,
like the one nuke in the hands of like the foreign country you're fighting. You know what I mean? Like Twice is the fucking keystone, and obviously Shigaraki is now too. But like Twice is up. Like his quirk is ridiculous. Like his quirk alone takes the enemy's numbers from like I don't know 100 to like 10,000.
yeah, I know. I know.
So I understand why he's gunning for the man, but you're right, he was.
Like goddamn, like goddamn, like you do not understand. Like, like immediately, Dobby came in. Like
You just get the void in Dobby, like nope, dip, duck, dive, dodge.
This process, right? Dobby's like, "You're fighting me now, Hawks." he's like, "Nope." Swoop takes
No,
twice
bitch.
with him. Takes twice with him. That's the first one, right? Moving on. Dobby's like, "All right, bitch, fight me like a real man. Fire."
And then he
blah,
even
blah,
he even
blah, blah,
pulls
blah,
out the
blah.
whole "I know your real name" and he calls him by his
Yeah,
real
like,
name, and he's like, "Still don't give a fuck."
Right? Like he's like, "Go, Dobby, go twice, go nuts." And then Hawks is like, "No, I'm gone. Get your ass back here. You thought I was done with you? Get your ass back here."
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. That makes me like really respect the hell out of him. Like you see a lot of this in anime where like let's fly. We talked about Ace earlier. You remember when Ace was like high key about to escape Marineford with his life, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, well Whitebeard sucks." And he's like, "Bitch, what?" And he turned around. Like if that was Hawks, he'd be like, "What? I don't give a fuck. I'm running away."
Yo,
Hawks he's got the eye on the prize, and I respect that.
Ace killed himself, bro. Ace killed himself.
Yeah,
That's what he happened. Ace killed himself. Like
he walked into Aikainu's fist. Akainu was like, "Yo, my fist is out, and if you walk into it, it's not my fault."
because Ace is retarded. Why would you? You know, Akainu this entire hell.
You know,
You
if
saw
someone's dissing
earlier,
your boy, you ain't gonna turn around.
my nigga. You saw earlier that he tricked one of Whitebeard's own crew
Okay,
members
we
to
shouldn't go
stab
into
him in the fucking chest. Like what the fuck? And Ace, you're like, and you don't realize that. Oh shit, maybe Akainu is just saying shit to piss us off.
Okay,
Even though I know
back
that's
to
not
my
true.
hero.
Sorry, sorry. I love Ace, but he's just retarded.
But yeah, no, Hawks, I respect it, and like,
And then the third fucking time, Dobby is like, "Okay, go." Takanami. He's like, "How the fuck do you know my name?" And we think Twice is away. He's like, "Oh yeah, you know my name, but
don't care. I have a mission here.
still gonna die." Twice is still gonna
I'll
die.
come back to
So he was. It's like
Oh, man, Hawks, I'm telling you, this guy.
it's like in a video game how like you're like the best player on the team, so the other team just guns for you the entire time while just ignoring everyone else. That's what it was. I was just like, it's my job to make
And he's so
sure
good
that
at fucking swerving around it.
you're dead. So,
Wow. Yeah.
but I
you know,
mean, this
so,
that might.
couple things to talk about here. One is how does he know Hawks' real name? Obviously, Hawks seems weirded out by that. Obviously, his name probably is not normal knowledge, and of course, we're getting closer. I mean, Horikoshi keeps just prodding us with like the who is this guy, right? And at this point, it almost seems too obvious that he'd be like one of the lost siblings or related to Todoroki, blah blah blah. But like, clearly, there's something going on with Dobby. Thoughts?
He might. I don't know. Dobby's just a mystery. We probably don't know something, but
I
at
have a
this
feeling
point,
this arc we're gonna get some shit with him.
at this point, I think Dobby's just a fucking. He's just a wild card right now because like I find it funny too because he's just like, because Hawk's just like, "Dobby, how did you know?" And he was just like, "I didn't have to know. I just don't trust heroes. Period." Like, bro, like this man has fucking trust issues. Like he was like, it's so funny to me. It's just like. Hawks is like, how did you know? Like, how did you know? Dobby's just like, I didn't know. I just don't trust. I never believe anything. Like, it's a pessimistic, a pessimist. I never believed anything from the start.
Yeah, it's like if you're on the alignment chart, it would be like because there's like true good or like is he like just true evil where he's just like whatever the heroes do, I'll believe in the opposite because fuck heroes in general.
like if he hates heroes that much, I guarantee you, like this man, so because the way his character is forming, it really makes us feel like that he was Dobby's not Dobby's Twice's not Twice's
Jesus Christ. Twice's
Endeavor's
son.
Endeavor's son, because if he hates heroes that much, and let's be honest,
Yeah,
Endeavor,
your father's the
Endeavor
number
is
2, now
redeeming
number 1
himself.
hero. He abused the fuck out of you. That would be where all the scars come from. Yeah.
Yeah, because Endeavor wasn't the best father, as we know, so he was probably
that would
like,
throw
I
an
don't
interesting wrench into the redemption arc that Endeavor's going through right now, like to now, because we've seen him like do some mental abusing, some fucking like, you know, low key like hits or slaps away, but like this is like maiming. Like look at the scars on Dobby. Like if that's something Endeavor did, that would like really throw an interesting wrench into the fucking, like, we're forgiving you now. Oh, is that, look at this person that you definitely like severely maimed as a child.
Oh yeah, oh my god, like, this man, like, you already know that he definitely has skeletons in his closet.
True.
And it's funny because he's trying to do his best, but you know, all those skeletons always come to haunt you at the end of the day. So
I think that'd be a really cool way to kind of throw a wrench into the redemption here. You know, it's not just everything going well. Also, I'm pretty sure Endeavor's gonna fucking die. Like, I probably, honestly, maybe in this arc. Because if we have Endeavor die in this arc, All Might somehow die in this arc, I mean, like, that'd be a lot of. We need that next final big push to collapse society, which is kind of what the villain's goal has always been in this series. And if you have All Might dead, Endeavor dead, honestly, a lot of people are thinking Hawks is gonna die. So that'd be top 3 heroes all dead in this arc.
Oh, so a lot of deaths on both sides. I like
well,
it.
imagine top 3. So you have, imagine for a second how you'd feel. All Might, Endeavor, Hawks, all dead within like the same day. If you're a citizen of the My Hero world.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, like that'd be like if someone, I'm trying to think of a prominent example. I mean, like, you know, we're kind of seeing society get about as close as it possibly can to collapsing without collapsing here with the fucking coronavirus. You know, and that's probably kind of some shit you're going to see, you know, because like All Might's talked about like the role of these really prominent heroes is to act as symbols of peace, which basically make people feel like they're safe. You know, society only sustains when people feel like they can walk out and, you know, go grocery shopping and see a movie and go to a restaurant while being safe. When people don't feel safe, society crumbles. So, yeah, I mean, I think that would be a great way to do it. You know, have your deaths on both sides, but like a lot of the top 10 heroes will probably bite the dusto.
Bites that dust.
Now, a couple cool things. I want to talk about I still love the friendship between them here. Like the fact that they tag, they kind of like high five each other, like a tag out situation.
So
that was just a cool little touch.
You're gonna have to take that L, my boy.
No, but you
take
still
that L,
don't
my
understand what I was arguing.
No, my nigga. Hold up to it.
Literally, dude.
Take
last
that L.
chapter, I do not argue. We had an argument in the last video. I do not argue at all that they are good friends. But I'm sure there's a bunch of fucking like terrorists somewhere that are great friends. That was the argument I was making. They're good friends. They truly love each other, but their motives are bad.
For sure there are many terrorists.
So my point was that yes, Twice, you know, it wasn't like, oh, Twice thinks he's good friends with them, but really he's being used. No, they really like him. But it's just a bad place for him to be. And like, I'm glad that this was brought up. In fact, when I saw how this chapter went, I was incredibly happy that like half our video last week was us arguing that point, because at the end of the chapter, it's like he's talking to me. You know what I mean? Like what Twice was saying as he was quote unquote dying was very much like he basically said, like, you know, it didn't matter. You know, Hawks, you don't get to tell me that I was unlucky, that I, you know, because Hawks did the whole thing. We like, oh, you know, you were in unlucky circumstances. That's why you went down this bad path. I want to help you. And he took that as kind of an insult, you know, and this part of the chapter did hit me hard because I look at people that have done bad in the world, and you and I have had conversations like this before. I try to be forgiving. I'm a very big believer in second chances, and that's why I really related with Hawks when he came in and talked to him, because he was all about like, I want to help you get on the right path. I want to give you a second chance. You know, serve your time, and then you can have a better life. And you know, that's how I think about people in real life that have done bad things, because no one's born evil. They have a bad run in life, and then whoopsie doopsie, they end up in some shitty circumstance, right? Only people that'll accept them is this gang or this that. And but the part that you don't think about all the time is that the people that are in that gang or that group or that terrorist group, they are surrounded by people. They're fighting with people that hold similar ideologies to them, and you know they're all like ready to die together for something they believe in, you know. And sometimes that becomes like this purpose, like finally their life has a purpose, and this is what we're seeing here. So like from his perspective, you know, he doesn't care if it's, you know, bad motives, good motives. He had a purpose, and he was with people that made him feel loved. I think if you remove yourself, look objectively at the situation, you know, like you float above like a deity and just look at everything going on, I think he's in the bad crowd. I understand from his perspective, he thinks, oh, well, who cares? They're the ones that love me, and the heroes are the ones that betray me, but that's because he's on that side. From the hero's side, he's just a guy that's working with people that are killing a bunch of people and want to destabilize society, which would lead to thousands and hundreds of thousands of deaths. So from his perspective, sure, he thinks he's right. And I understand that these are people he loves, but they're doing fucked up things. So yeah, the friendship is valid, but that's what it's so great about this. It's a very gray zone thing. Like I understand his perspective, but he's wrong. So,
yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. All that was good, but you know, it still proves that you gotta take that L.
I don't.
But,
you're gaslighting me. Don't make me use that term. Internet's fucking watered it down, but.
You know I'm just fucking playing with you, bro.
I know, I'll kill you. Oh my god.
But it's so good, bro. Like,
no, it is. It's great. I'm not arguing that it's not good.
like it's just so, because it's crazy to me. So with Twice, quote unquote, dead, what would this mean for the League of Villains? That means the League of Villains are gonna fucking go on a fucking killing spree here, because
well, yeah, it's time for them to be
Shigaraki
angry.
Like imagine being Shigaraki, right? You wake up and find that most of the people that you just now called your friends are either killed or captured. Bro, you're gonna go on a fucking rampage. So that's actually gonna make.
I know Shigaraki like does care about them, but like how much? Because like he never gave me like the Corollo from Phantom Troop vibe. Like even when Chisaki wanted to like take some of his men in Chisaki's arc, the way he worded it like, oh, those are valuable chess pieces. Like I never got the vibe that he was like really, really good friends with them. Like, so I don't know how to feel about how he'll feel.
Yeah, I
know that like Toga's gonna be angry, and fucking Dabi's probably gonna be angry, and Shigaraki, especially when it comes out of this Saiyan healing pod, who the fuck knows?
Because it gives me vibes like he does care. Because I mean, like, because I don't think he considers some chess pieces. Honestly, I feel like
he said those are valuable pieces in the Chisaki arc. Yeah.
I have to go back.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe he said valuable players. I don't know. It just seemed like he talked about them more as like his men rather than his friends.
Yeah, like I think he was talking about Chisaki and his men.
No, this is the scene. I just rewatched it with Andy.
I have to go back and look and see.
It's because Chisaki wanted Twice and Toga and the fucking portal guy, but he gave him Twice and Toga, but not the portal guy. He's like, nah, fuck you. Because the portal guy is real important.
Okay. Okay. So either way, like, I don't know.
I believe that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he likes them, but like, I just don't think I've seen enough scenes to show that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I feel like Horikoshi's kind of trying to imply it, like the show don't tell situation.
Right. Well, showing would implying showing the opposite.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like in Hunter x Hunter, like when like all Corolla needed was one arc, you know, like him crying over Uvo and the fucking like the fact that they went out of their way to do that entire fucking like orchestra of death, just demolishing a whole city for one guy. Like that was I've never seen, you know, they ain't doing shit like that, I guess is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
But no, I mean like Toga, I think this is going to be, if anything, this is going to be big for Toga, because I think Toga now is honestly going to have a big moment, and Toga may even be the one to kill Hawks.
Ooh,
now,
I like it.
Someone sent me this thing, and they're thinking maybe it's a foreshadowing. In Toga's flashback, there's a scene where she brings someone a dead bird, and people are like, Toga kill Hawks confirmed? bit of a stretch, but hey.
That's a reach. That's reaching for the stars, but okay.
Hey, talk to Rebecca.
That's reaching for the stars. But My Hero
Reach
Academia
for
fans,
the star.
my hero fans do that, so I believe it. They think My Hero, has the best foreshadowing.
They think My Hero's on some. They'll be like, go to level.
No,
That's
My
what
Hero's
they say.
My Hero's not even on Black Clover level of foreshadowing.
Oh shit.
Ooh. I might have struck a nerve there with that comment, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, you never know. Maybe because we don't, because my thing is with the Toga situation, we see her. Her reaction is kind of like limited. I'm gonna wait till next chapter to see what's going on.
Well,
because
Toga's
right
got
now
like a deer in headlights situation going on right now. The reaction that she has, it gave me the vibe of someone who's like didn't even fully comprehend what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was clearing my throat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So, I mean, I think she's going to be mad. I think she's going to be torn up by it. And really, again, their relationship wasn't fully expounded upon because it's kind of weird. Like, she's like a 17-year-old girl and he's like in his lower 30s, I think. And like, so like, I think, it's a friendship, but obviously you have moments where he's like, marry me, wife. But like, it was wholesome. I don't know. I mean, it's a strange relationship. The League of Villains in general are strange as fuck. Like, I don't really know how anyone's gonna react. I don't got a good read on any of them.
Yeah,
Where's the fucking Stain wannabe? Where he at?
Oh, he's fighting for his life right now. Yeah, I know he's fighting for his life.
Jesus Christ. Most useless member of the fucking League of Villains.
Oof. You'd be the most harsh leader ever.
Untrue.
Yes, you would. If you were a fictional character, you'd be harsh as fuck.
I want to run for something, right? If I win, I'm gonna have people to
I'm talking about a fictional sense.
Oh no, okay. So that makes no sense. I'm different in a fictional series than I am in real life.
Yes.
It's like what would you be like if you were a girl? I don't know. I'd be raised entirely differently.
Yeah.
Would I be a villain or a hero, Thurman?
No. Your moral standards are too high to be a villain.
Well, but like, here's the thing, though. What a villain is and what a hero is entirely dependent on what society deems as normal, right?
You would be more accepting you'd be the type of hero that's be like, maybe we should like rehabilitate them.
Yeah, I would try to understand the villains.
You wouldn't be very liked in My Hero Academia because you'd have the people like, oh my god, he's a villain sympathizer.
Yep, the villain sympathizer. That's right.
That villain killed like 50 people, and he's like, we should just rehabilitate him. No, kill them all. Like,
yeah, no, you're right. Well, see, here's the thing, bro. Like, that's why the League of Villains is kind of just like, I love the characters, but like as an organization, I'm on them because their motivation is just anarchy. It's nothing. Like, I get it. Especially and don't get me wrong. Fucking Shigaraki's backstory is phenomenal. And I totally get why he wants anarchy and to destroy everything. I get it. But I just can't relate, Like, you can relate with the best of villains. Like, even like Yoshiaki Kira, neither of us are hand fetishists that want to like murder women and cut their hands off, but like you kind of get him, you know what I mean? Because everyone has a weird kink. Everyone has like mental issues at some point in the other, and you just kind of take that, extend it to its logical conclusion if you keep, extreming it, and you get where he's coming from. I can't get where Shigaraki's coming from, except unless I just kind of like lower my mentality to that of like a tantruming child, which is what he is. He's the eternal man child that never grew up because he just wanted to destroy everything in like one big child temper tantrum, which I get. He's totally valid because he had a shitty childhood. I get it. But just as a whole, I don't know. I don't really. Sorry, I forgot why I started saying this, but it was the sympathizing thing. Like, Chisaki, I get him, right? I totally get where he's coming from. Douchebag, but like, he was like, oh god, we gotta get rid of quirks, this shit sucks, harem is a disease, get it. I agree. I totally get where he's coming from. And I loved the fucking Liberation Army, because again, I get where they're coming from too. They're the ultimate fucking libertarians of like, hey, I want all this government control out of my quirk usage. They had a valid goal, and if I was a hero in the My Hero world, I'd be like, hey, I get where you're coming from. How about instead of like the terrorism you're doing though, like, you know, form a political party and try to get someone like elected to Congress and then maybe do it that way. You know what I mean? Whereas the Villain League, they're just a ragtag group of psychos that want to tear everything apart. Fuck them. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Oof.
And that's why, because last week you were all like, "Oh, Red, this isn't like you. You're usually so understanding." Well, that's because I don't. Most people that are villains in our world have like a logical goal that they're reaching towards. You know what I mean? Like, and I say villains is a very vague term. Like someone, for example, would consider like communists back in the day. Like, oh, we got to defeat the communists, right? Like, at their heart, they had this like goal of like, oh, we want to abolish like currency and stuff. But then it got taken too far. That's what most villains are. They have an idea, and then it goes to its crazy extremes where they're killing people for it. That's what most villainy is. League of Villains is just wackiness. All right, I'll stop now. I could rant forever. Go ahead.
Nah, you're good. You're good though. But I'd say that's just really funny, honestly. It's just so funny because it's just like, okay, you have because they're just people who just got fucked over by society so badly that they want to change it. I think that's the main goal at the end goal there.
It's true.
It's just like when society's fucked you over and you had nothing to do with it. Like you want to, you know, fucking, I wouldn't say blame something, but you know, try to take things back.
I'm glad that you said that, actually, because that helps me. So like, I guess the issue then becomes that like instead of having like a concrete thing to change, their solution became tear it all down, right? It's like the mentality of like an edgy Hot Topic teenager. You know what I mean? Like, oh, society wronged me, you know. And when I felt like society wronged me because I have to fucking, you know, like I don't have health care and I have to live with 3 other people because I can't afford rent, yada, yada, yada. I didn't say, let's tear this motherfucker down, grab the Molotovs, fucking burn everything down. No, I was like, hey, I'm going to get into politics, heavily involved. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to run for something one day. That's the difference here, right? They just want to tear shit down. And that's ultimately going to lead to more death, more destruction. And, like, I don't know if they realize this. People like them may thrive well in like an anarchistic situation because they're strong, but do they care about, I don't know, like children, you know, like mothers, fucking like weak disabled people, like under no law? These are the kind of people that are gonna get fucking pillaged, raped, murdered, everything they have stolen. Like that's my issue with the League of Villains. They're not thinking long term beyond their own happiness. And I get it that they've been fucked over, but to me they're like almost irredeemable, and like I can't see any upside to what they're doing. Whereas with the Liberation Army, I see the upside, but I see the downside. Chisaki, I see the upside, I see the downside. Not them. Man, we got deep in fucking philosophy. Philosophy? Jesus Christ. Philosophy. Yo, what's your favorite class, Thurman? Philosophy? All right. Jesus. Thurman, you gotta fucking back me up on this, man. Help me. Yo, Thurman, are you really gonna silent right now? What the fuck? Oh, he's gone. All right, well, all right. I gotta talk about the chapter then. I gotta take a picture of this timestamp. Hello. Let me get that timestamp.
That timestamp.
We back. Thurman just got a call from his brother. Does he have the corona yet?
He has the corona, but he's feeling better.
Oh shit, I forgot you told me he actually I was memeing. I forgot he had it. But he's officially good. Sweet.
Yeah, he's good.
Right.
He's talking well and all that extra stuff. He's fine.
He lives in California?
No, he's in Indianapolis.
Damn. Well, wow.
Yeah, it's cold out there, so.
Oh man, it's crazy. Anyway, though, so did you hear my last little rant on the League of Villains?
Yeah, but I mean that's really all I have to say. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. If Twice really is dead, I don't care about the fake out or anything. I just Hirokoshi's putting himself in a hole if he does do a fake out because
no, he better not. I'm gonna trust in him. I think that Steel Ram made a good point. He does not have a history of doing fake outs, so I'm gonna trust him.
I don't care if he does or doesn't. I mean, I don't really care. I'm gonna be real because I just hope is you know what he's doing because we know My Hero Academia fans are little baby back bitches, and so they like some of them either happy, really happy about this. Some of them be like, "Oh my god, burn the manga volumes! He didn't kill a character! Oh my god!" Because it's funny too, because I'm going to laugh my ass off because a lot of My Hero Academia fans, I'm going to start this war because I can because we've been suffering through it for almost like 5 years now. You fuckers, you toxic My Academia fans, always come after series like One Piece and Black Clover for not killing off characters, even though you know of, of their circumstances. But if Hirikoshi does the same thing and you bitches try to defend it, I'm going to call hypocrite. I will be on Twitter and I will literally bash My Academia friends with a hashtag and everything and call you mother.
And I'll be excited to have called it because like Steel Ram thought I was like just a heathen against God himself for for not immediately assuming he was dead. Steel Ram, I know, you know I love you. Don't be. I get scared when Steel Ram's mad because he's the OG fan. He's always here. He's always with us, and he's always defended us. So like that one time that when the stars align and like the gods descend from heaven, and like Steel Ram's like, actually, I respectfully disagree. I'm like.
Let him. Let him.
But it's scary. He always agrees with me.
He likes us. He likes us because we know we're not scared of that. He knows that he can be mad. Gonna be well, you're scared because you're you. But me and Dave, we're gonna.
I'm the first person to piss people off. I'll tell you what it is. It's like there's a guy I watch who does like political interviews and shit, and he talks about how he doesn't like having like too many people on to interview because once you know someone, it's harder to like tell the truth about that. Like, because you know, for example, he's had like a politician on, and like then he has to turn around and be like, actually, but they just did this shitty thing, and now I have to report on it, but I feel bad because I know them. It's like the opposite that, where it's like, I like him, he's a good guy, so that when he like thinks one of my opinions is like super wrong, I'm like, oh, it hurts more now.
I'm like, let it bring on. I welcome the challenge.
I of course I do. I just know that every time I see Steel Ram coming in, like, fuck you, I'm like, my heart.
It's hard drop. Well, I give this chapter a 9.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope he's dead. Oh yeah, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, but like we had a thing there, and if he actually does fake out death, it'll be kind of a funny moment where I'm like, Steel Ram, I see how you doubted my manga predicting prowess. I just predicted some shit in Chainsaw Man. Like I was having a fucking conversation with it was like Sean Seven Night or that guy on Twitter or whatever, and he was like fucking saying like I was talking about how bro, there's definitely gonna be like people like devils stronger than the Gun Devil, and he was like, nah, bro, Gun Devil's top tier. They're definitely setting it up as the final boss. And then this chapter they were like far stronger than the Gun Devil, and I was like, ha.
A lot of people assume that he was the strongest devil. He's probably the strongest devil to them outside of the world because
right.
Because he's not even the strongest like devil. He's the devil that did the most damage to society. People want him dead for it. Like he caused like it was like 1 million deaths maybe, right?
Talking about Chainsaw Man.
He caused like what 1 million deaths or something like that.
I mean, many millions, but the one instance they gave us was like a couple 100,000 within 13 seconds. But
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't say he's the most. He's not the most strongest. I think he's the most dangerous because he's actually a wild card.
Right.
I'm pretty sure because what I'm gathered from it, most devils are either captured or they don't give a fuck about humanity. They just want to live their lives.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then like the Gun Devil's probably that one devil. It's just like, hey, I must cause some chaos, and that's an issue, right?
Well, anyway.
So
the reason I bring that up though, to not go too off topic, is it'd be. I want him from a story perspective. I want him to stay dead because I think that was a really impactful death. I liked it. And it would be kind of shitty if they pulled a fucking Ray Promised Neverland. That was the fucking example I used, by the way. Remember when Ray didn't burn himself alive? Oh my god, fucking pissed me off. So yeah, that's why I have trust issues with deaths in manga. Go to fucking the chapter where Ray didn't burn himself alive. But on the other hand, though, if he doesn't die, then I get to be like, I was right. I was motherfucking right. So yeah, we'll see. And just expect to called that shit. If just expect us to just rub it in all your faces for just blindly trusting Horikoshi if he's still alive next week.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
And peace.